Over the past 12 months, we embarked on a journey that provided 100 young people with life skills, vocational training in civil and building construction, work readiness, and leadership development. They remind me that no matter where we come from, our situation in life, all of us have the potential to do great things. While the focus was on the 100 young people, the ripple effect was felt throughout the community. Refurbished schools, reduced financial burdens of principals, empowered local hardware suppliers, accessing further education, and an overall feeling of hope.
Faranani Infrastructure Project is a project which was brought into our location because they saw that we lacked in particular areas, especially when it came to infrastructure. Our infrastructure isn't ideal. It's more of a slow deteriorating society. Understand? So they came here and then they gave us this opportunity so that we can go outside, do something for the community.
Before the Faranani Infrastructure Project, we had challenges when it comes to infrastructure and maintenance. We had ceiling that was collapsing, paint in our classroom that was peeling off, plumbing problems. So it came as a challenge and a huge financial blow to the limited resources that we have.
The impact that the school have had currently is that they've alleviated in terms of the maintenance, they've alleviated the heavy load on our shoulders. So by Faranani coming in, it has assisted us a lot with their excellent job that they've done already.
The impact of the youth being in our school, in fact, is not only for the school. It benefited the school and the community. We have gained these skills. Remember, now we have got bricklayers, we have got painters. So it means that even though maybe this project of Trevor Noah maybe it come to an end, but they will be left with the skill.
They taught us how to communicate. They taught us how to present ourselves whenever you are encountering a particular situation. I also acquired a lot of skills when it comes to bricklaying, plumbing, and many other aspects.
It took us from the streets and it upskilled us as we are going to get certificates at the end of the project. Certificate for plumbing, carpentry, and building. It definitely upskilled us. It taught us a lot.
There's a say that if you help one woman, you've helped the nation. So in this case, it says not just women, because those people that we have trained, the possibility is that they'll be training others. We won't have the problem of employment.
Before this program, I was not doing anything. I was just sitting at home. I've learned to be confident. I've learned to communicate with my fellow participants. I've learned to engage in activities. I was a close person. Introvert, so I couldn't even talk with the people. So during this program, I've learned that I can be an outspoken person.
One of the biggest problems in South Africa, if not the first problem, is employment. And it's because people don't have skills. So if you train one person or if you train 10 people in the same area, most likely after that, they can start their own company, and which means they will employ others.
When I was taken in a Faranani Infrastructure program, I was still job hunting. And when I was within, it taught me a lot of things that when I was still in the program, I even thought of applying. Right now, as we are talking, I am in the University of South Africa studying law. So it gave me that motivation that I need to do something with my life.
I didn't know much about building, construction and everything. I was like, okay, these are for people who are coming from a poor background. This job are for men, not for women. So after this, I think I'm going to study my education further in this construction.
One of the mothers of one of the girls that is involved in the project was telling me that the girl was able to change a bathtub, and then the mother was raving to her friends about the skills that her young daughter has learned from the project.
The relationship between us and Trevor Noah Foundation Project and Faranani Project, we are actually the supplier of their building material as well as whatever material that might actually be required in the YouthBuild development structures. We saw the opportunity to be saying these kids are actually given the skill. I will say Potato as well as the team, OPA as well as Faranani, Trevor Noah Foundation, having agreed to say we're willing to give you our kids so that they can actually showcase their skill. So being in the hardware business, people are coming there every day. We thought that is actually an opportunity to be saying, once these kids actually graduate, or before they can actually graduate to the next level, let us actually give them the opportunity to showcase their skill. So when obviously a customer comes there and buy a paint from us, we'll definitely be not shy to recommend the Faranani YouthBuild kids to be saying, these are the painters, these are the builders, so let's actually build a community together going forward. Considering that not every kid is going to be an academic, and to take kids away from the streets and giving them a skill, that's exactly what we are actually planning, as well as knowing that, so wish that somebody can actually decide and say, I'm actually doing this for the community of all the townships. Because giving the skill to the kids, it's something that we also always wanted to do as well.
Schools are evaluated according to 9 focus areas. As much as the core business of any school is to provide quality learning and teaching, you cannot do that if you have challenges with infrastructure. So one of the 9 focus areas is that the infrastructure must be conducive to learning and teaching.
Before they started erecting the wall, we used to have a lot of papers coming from the community. It was not conducive enough for learners. But after the Trevor Noah started with the construction of the wall, we have eradicated that problem of having papers coming to the school and then seeing the movement of people in the streets, even the cars.
They went beyond their scope of work, because when they arrived here, even before they were trained, they will assist with anything without complaining. If there's a leak in any of our taps, they would gladly assist and replace that tap that was leaking or anything that needed to be changed. And at times it is them who would say, Principal, we have discovered that there's a leak in one of the classrooms, or one of the desks is broken, can we move it to another room? And we gladly welcomed their assistance. But
unfortunately, we came to an incident that our shop was actually burnt down. YouthBuild, Faranani project, they came in handy. They actually helped us to rebuild the shop. They did all the building, the painting and everything. We really appreciate that. That incident when it happened, obviously, you don't plan, you don't know where to go and whatnot, so they came in handy.
So through Faranani, their intervention, this project, when it came, it assisted us a lot in terms of finances, financial constraints, and we are really proud of Faranani.
The Trevor Noah Foundation and the Faranani Infrastructure Program really came through for the youth of Braamfischerville, and we are so grateful for that, as some of us can also apply the skills that we learned here.